Today, we asked real mechanics to react to the sketchiest improvised car repairs we could find. Are these repairs safe or should they be avoided at all costs? Let's see that first clip.
Got a loose belt.
Yeah.
The zip ties came out. Oh.
No, what's he doing here? No, he's not. Oh God.
Using a zip tie to replace the belt. Yeah, you gotta use.
Is that an air conditioning compressor?
Wow. That blew my mind. I just took zippy ties to another level.
Yeah, man.
You can't get the belt? That's magic, bro.
I don't know how long those are gonna hold. You know, there's a lot of stress at the angle right here where it kind of zips in.
Yeah,
right?
I think you got a couple minutes max. It's not gonna last 100,000 miles.
So what happens if this fix doesn't work?
Nothing. That snaps off and then your AC, you're back to 100 degrees.
There's a saying, and I think this is gonna apply to a lot of the clips we watched today. You know, nothing is more permanent than a temporary fix that works. So maybe this is still on here right now.
If
right?
you need to get home, I'm trying that for sure. What's the worst that's gonna happen?
All right, so let's grade this clip. Would MacGyver be proud of this or hang his head in shame?
I'm pretty confident that he'd be proud.
You'll be happy as hell. Mom, we're taking off the belt off your van right now. Putting zippy ties.
The then van broke down in the middle of nowhere. Throttle cable broke. Fixed it with the shoestring. Is it going through the dash?
Yes, it is. That's badass.
That's pretty good.
Badass.
I feel like that's probably more common than people think.
I've been in a situation like this with Matt's off-road recovery, where the throttle of his wrecker stuck on the steering column, but he fixed it with chain link and zip ties, and he was feeding it through the window.
He was
driving
nice,
like that.
nice,
It's pretty
nice.
dope.
Money.
You can do this. If your cable breaks, if it's a cable throttle on your car, you could totally rig something like this up and make it out.
Totally, as long as you drive a car from the 90s.
Yeah.
Or prior. Around 2000 is when a lot of manufacturers took their vehicles from using a throttle cable, where the cable would be connected, and so as you press down on the accelerator pedal, that plate is gonna move and allow air in.
A physical connection from your foot to the engine.
Exactly. Early 2000s, a lot of manufacturers changed their vehicles from having this physical connection to an electronic connection. We call it throttle by wire. As long as your car has a throttle cable, then this is an excellent hack.
My guy would be happy with that shit too.
Redneck fuel injection.
And you just need the car to move. You make a hole in it, you make a hole in your fuel line.
Oh.
You use the hose clamp as a metering device.
All right. Perfectly safe. Instead of the carb delivering fuel, it looks like we've got a puncture, a controlled puncture in this fuel line.
Either he made a little hole, opening it up, tightening it up, so it gives it the right amount of gas so it can stay on.
So instead of direct injection, it's trickle injection.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally, that would work. You can keep an engine running by spraying something flammable like brake clean down the intake past the throttle plate, and you could keep it idling. But because of the design of the carburetor sitting right on top, the access being where it is, it makes it very easy for a fuel line to just drip fuel above the carburetor to do this. This will keep the engine running to get it on a trailer, or maybe you want to test out the the engine to see how that's running. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't be driving around like this.
I've never done that.
No?
I've never done that one.
Would you try it?
Yeah, I'll try it.
Sandra will try anything.
I know, it's pretty dangerous because it catches fire.
Yeah, because if that fuel goes anywhere else.
Yeah, if it's an older car, usually the hood has like this, I don't know what made it. It's fiberglass, the covers. Those catch on fire.
Ooh.
Would MacGyver be proud of this guy or just shake his head?
Be somewhere in the middle. I feel like he'd be like,
Yeah. All right.
MacGyver loves all that. We got home.
Just don't burn down. All right, what we got going on? I see that's a house extension cable, and it's rolling his window up. Wow. Oh man, I might need that for my car.
Yeah.
Oh, and if you turn it around,
It goes down.
It goes
Oh,
down.
That's sexy. That's actually really sexy right there.
When you are activating your power window switch to raise up the window, you are going to send voltage in one direction to raise the window up. When you press it to go into the opposite direction, that voltage is then going to be sent in the opposite direction. We call this reverse polarity to make the motor spin backwards. Maybe he didn't have access to a switch, but it looks like he's like completely bypassed it and wired in a house extension cord. And to reverse the polarity, he just pulls out the extension cord and plugs it back in the opopposite direction.
Why would someone do it this way instead of getting it done the correct way by like fixing a wire?
If you go back on that clip, he's in nowhere.
Is it a good idea to use household electrical connections in your car?
Household electrical connections are actually meant for much higher voltages and amperages that we might see in the car. This works.
All right, we got a aftermarket steering wheel.
No
Got a
horn.
loose connector. Yeah, no horn. Uh-oh, a light switch.
You know what's great? You
That's
could
pretty
just
funny.
leave it on as long as you want and walk away.
That is hilarious.
He did that just for fun.
I think so too.
That's straight fun.
Obviously, the wire was sitting right there. All he had to do was wire it up.
He's gonna be with some beers, chilling with the boys. Check this out. Honk, honk. Everybody's losing shit. That's why he did that.
Normally, your horn switch is a momentary contact switch that when you press it is going to allow the path for current to travel to your horn to honk honk. Instead of using a momentary contact switch, they just use your good old-fashioned household light switch.
Would MacGyver be proud of this?
I think he would ask why.
Oh, boy.
MacGyver would be mad.
This is a horn. This is
Yeah.
a non-necessity. You didn't have to do this.
Be like, bro, I know she left, but that was...
I know. They could have mounted that anywhere. I just want the crowd to know. Like, they could have mounted that under the dash if they wanted.
Yes.
They could have anywhere.
If you've got an amazing clip that you want to see real mechanics like Angelina here react to, go to realmechanicstuff.com, send it to us. Our producers watch all of it. Tony is locked in his office watching weird stuff like this next clip.
Oh, you know, just got a demon underneath my car.
Demon?
On my steering console
Possessed?
with a hammer.
Wow.
It's in some kind of Porsche.
Here
Sounded a
we
little
got
drum beat
the
right there.
rubber, dangling down from our carrier bearing to our drive shaft.
Okay. You don't want a vibrating drive shaft at all. Luckily, it's a simple removal.
Yep, so this right here is our carrier bearing.
$2,000 to fix it?
Surrounding it so that you don't get any kind of vibration. We're going to go ahead and throw in
Oh
our-
my gosh! Wow!
That is
That's-
funny, dude.
Actually kind of cool.
And push the cover back on. Let's see if it works.
demon underneath the center console is gone.
MacGyver would be happy with that one.
It's gonna fit in the space you need because of the squish, and you're getting some dampening because of the squish. That's cool. I like it. I approve.
All hail the squish.
All hail the squish.
How long do you think this hack will last?
Forever.
I would do it. I would totally do it.
Same.
MacGyver would be proud.
Super proud.
All right, we're on a motorcycle this time. Oh, wait. Whoa, that's pliers. That's like cheap of the cheap pliers, too.
Hold it here.
It's still line. That's not too bad. Is that clutch? That's clutch?
Okay.
Seems to be okay. Let's see. Drive it. Drive it. He didn't drive it. I don't believe it.
He
I don't
should've
believe
drove
it. I don't believe it.
That's loose. Like, he doesn't even have a zip tie.
That's
Yeah.
a teaser.
He made this up.
He didn't even MacGyver. He just put the pliers
We
back
didn't
in.
even see where that was connected.
This is not safe.
Sorry, dude. The boys don't fall for that one.
Would you say it's safe to ride a bike like that?
No. Wanted to see it though.
Yeah, I want to see it too.
I want to see it.
I think MacGyver will want to see it as well.
Yeah.
So would you say he's proud of this hack or absolutely ashamed?
He's ashamed.
MacGyver would want you to do better.
All right, looks like it's raining outside. We're in some kind of SUV. Stop sign. You gonna stop? Oh wait, what are those strings?
Windshield
The classic windshield wiper strings.
Well, it works.
It works.
Either your motor don't work, the switch doesn't work, you blew a fuse, and you can't fix it, you grab your shoelaces. Yeah, my dude.
This is
how
one way.
you bond with your friends these days.
Maybe his wipers aren't even broken.
Yeah.
How often would you say windshield wipers just stop working? Not the wiper blade itself, but like the motor.
If it's an old car, it's pretty common. The motors get old and tired of the weather, everything burns them out, and it's going back and forth. Everything burns his wires. That's a common thing.
Things with age just end up breaking.
Yeah, my back, my legs, my knees.
All right, would MacGyver be proud of this?
I think you would.
He's proud.
Do you have an old Ford?
Yeah.
Do you ever run into a problem where you turn the key and no matter how many times you turn it, this is all you get?
Haven't had that
Next
issue yet.
step in all of this
It's like a big
is you
old
walk up to the
limited or...
corner. This, my friends, is called a starter solenoid. What you want to
Yep.
do is you want to make continuity
Uh-oh.
between those two terminals.
This is why these were very easy to steal.
It will spark.
Sexy.
I mean, you could do that with any starter solenoid. It doesn't have to be a Ford. But it's easier on a Ford because the starter solenoid is mounted right in that fender area.
That's how they used to steal your cars back in the day. All you do is pop your hood, crack that going, and there was no locking in the steering wheel, so you'll be out.
So this doesn't work in modern day cars at all.
Oh, no. No, it's a totally different system. Well, you can still start a Civic. Kind of. You can like screwdriver right there. It'll start.
Cars use a starter motor, an electric motor, to turn over the mechanical engine because the engine can't just start at a standstill. On old Fords, the starter is usually comprised of the electric motor as well as a solenoid that is going to help control voltage and amperage to the starter motor. The starter solenoid has got a small amount of current that's going to be from the driver to control a large amount of current. And to do this, it's got a big plunger that's going to make contact. That contact is now going to take voltage straight from your battery through this big thick cable and run that down to your starter. What he's doing is bypassing that plunger and the input from the driver's ignition switch. So the starter's now engaging, and that's why you're also seeing sparks, because he's creating that connection.
Bam! Look at that.
Woo! 4th of July.
Sweet. Would MacGyver be proud of this?
Yeah, absolutely.
He didn't make that thing, so
He just-
MacGyver would have not been like,
Our final improvised hack comes from MacGyver himself. Let's see how he handles a brake repair job.
Under fire. Nice Mercedes.
Oh, punctured a fuel line. Oh, it's brake line. Brake fluid's not red.
Just pop it. Well, there's still
Wow.
in the power steering, right? Maybe I can pump it into the brake cylinder.
Oh my God. No way.
we'll jump the f out.
What?
Oh my God.
What?
Me, man. That's bad.
My boy, we got brakes.
Pop the hood.
It sounded like a line from the Fast and Furious. Pop the hood.
Pop the hood.
Just pop it.
Myself.
That hood is going slam into your windshield, into your roof. He's not gonna do that. He's not gonna do that.
So he's refilling the brake master cylinder reservoir with power steering fluid, which that actually looks like he's got like a fuel line because that's like clear fluid coming out. He's putting it into the brake reservoir to fill the reservoir with fluid to push fluid in through the master cylinder, which would then push fluid out to the brakes. But they cut the brake line, so it would be a constant loop of fluid coming out. Not gonna work. I'm sorry, MacGyver.
Dang. Busted. MacGyver isn't accurate? Ah!
But let's give it to him. It's MacGyver.
Gotta give it to me.
It has to work. They wouldn't have done this if it didn't actually work.
Yeah.
Please do not forget to subscribe and like the video as well. Thank you, Sandro, for coming.
Thank you, Angelina, for joining us once again.
Follow me at Justin Freeman.
You can follow me at Nolan J. Sykes.
This has been Real Mechanic Stuff.